to the Global Women Achievers Festival 2021. I am Nancy Naram, your host for the evening. When I was 20, all I could think was, अगले दिन कॉलेज में क्या पहनना है, खाना क्या है, दोस्तों के साथ चिल कहाँ मारना है. But today, the 20-year-olds are so sorted. Today I have with me as a guest, the youngest guest on our show, Rose Quatra, a fashion influencer. Welcome to the show, Rose.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you for such a lovely introduction.
Absolutely. And I mean it. When I was 20, all I could think about was my acne and my weight and my braces. And look at you.
Even I think about all of this stuff, but I think about this for my followers, for the young girls that are following me. Even I'm all about this.
So, Rose, you started your Insta handle just around 3 years ago, and today you are quite a rage on Insta. People are following you for fashion tips, for makeup tips, and for what not. So how did this happen? I mean, did you always think you are going to be an influencer?
Very honestly, I knew that I wanted to do this. I had a plan. I always had a plan, and I just didn't start. I mean, when I was so young. I was just 17, and at that age, when you think of coming public on Instagram, where which is a platform where you're open to say anything and everything to anybody, so that step also needed courage. So I thought, I'm gonna come public. I'm just 17, and maybe I might get called out for a few things I might say wrong. So there were so many things that were coming in my mind, but I decided that I have to make a plan. I have to draft a plan and also tell it to my parents, because I also, I was young, so I had to take their opinion as well. So I made a plan, and I decided to come online, and I think it was the best decision ever. I've made some wrong decisions before of, taking the wrong stream. I chose science, and then I realized it is not for me. I wanted to do, I chose medical. I wanted to become a doctor. But then,
biology, it's quite a journey.
It is opposite. But then that is when I realized that this is not for me, and fashion is my calling, and it has always been. So I joined a fashion college, and that gave me more confidence, more boost, and then that's when I decided to come live.
So, you were pursuing medical. Now, that is a very serious line. So when you broke the news to your parents, were they sort of taken aback, or were they not on board? How supportive were they? Because fashion is a sort of, a very different industry as compared to medical. We consider doctor, lawyer, engineer as the real professions in the country. So what was their reaction?
That's true. Just like other parents, all parents, even my parents were interested that I should get my medical done and all that. But when I shared this, that I want to do this, that's really what I want to do. Surprisingly, they were very supportive, and till date they are. I mean, I'm able to reach here after a certain period of time is all because of their support. Otherwise, you need investment as well. You need social, moral, all kind of support. And at this age, parents are the one who can support you. So I'm lucky, I'm grateful, I'm thankful that my parents have always been supportive from day one till today, and that it is, I give a lot of share goes to them, a lot of credit goes to them, of course.
So now, Rose, we know that social media is not a very friendly place. When you put something out there, it could be a picture, it could be a post, you expose yourself to every comment in the world. There are people trolling you, there are negative comments, there are hate comments, and you're young, so how do you sort of take it in and move on with it? Because in school, anybody would say one thing and we'd be all tears. So we don't get used to accustomed to that kind of bullying. It's bullying in a way. So how do you deal with that?
I'm a very sensitive person. I mean, I try at the little of things, but when I decided to join Instagram, I knew that all of this comes with it, and I have to make my mind like that. And initially, luckily for me, my audience has been really sweet. The girls that follow me, they are so sweet. They call me Didi. They call me, they DM me for little of things. They like any issue that they have in their life. They're like talking to me about it. Even all sorts of issues.
Like their agony aunt.
All sorts of issues, and I'm also there to help them. So my audience generally has been positive. I've as compared to other people that I've seen, I do not get a lot of hate comments, but there are days, there are content pieces which people call out me for, and I just developed thick skin for that, because the number of hate comments are really less as compared to the number of love, the number of positive comments. So that helps.
So, how much of a pressure is there, Rose? You have to churn out so much content on a day in, day out basis. If you don't post something, you sort of become irrelevant in a matter of days. So, how do you cope with that pressure? And you say college, and you have a full-time course, and so how are you balancing everything?
I mean, if you love what you do, if you love your profession, I think it doesn't feel like pressure. To me, it does not feel like pressure. I enjoy every second of content creation, from the planning to the process, to the research, then to the shooting part, to the execution, editing, posting, all of it. I enjoy every second of it. It's a part of me. It's a part of my life now. So it doesn't feel like pressure. But yes, we have to be consistent, we have to be relevant, we have to show our face to everybody every single day, which is not easy, to come live and to talk about.
There are bad days, there are bad hair days, there are bad skin days, there are days when you're low and you are not in the mood, and you constantly have to put something out there, and you can't just put anything because there is a whole bunch of people who are following you.
Exactly. But so how I made it easy for me is, even if I'm sad, even if I'm low, even if it's a bad day for me, I come online and I tell them that it's a bad day for me. Wow. I tell them that look at my hair, they look so bad. What do I do, guys? Because I am very real. Like the way I'm talking to you right now, I talk to my followers every day like this. Whatever I'm feeling, I tell them. And I think that is what makes me more relatable to them, because they feel like, yes, she's not an influencer, she's just us. Yeah. And it feels like we're all friends, because whenever we come live, we talk, I add them on a video, and then we're talking. So it all becomes it's a very positive environment there. And so yeah, I mean, there's no pressure for me. I tell them how I feel, and that is what I think that which is why they're connecting with me. So I don't lose it. I will come there and tell them that I'm sad. I will never fake it just because, and also when you're all the time happy, people do not even like that.
It's sort of unrelatable. Why is she so happy all the time? Why is she not normal? Because nobody's happy all the time. Nobody's looking perfect all the time. So I think, maybe that's what is really working for you, your relatability. And you're the girl next door, and you're like talking to them like a friend, and they can confide in you, and you say they're coming up to you with all kinds of issues they have in their lives. So Rose, how do you make sure that you are the right influence? Because again, there are you're a young girl yourself, and there are even younger girls who are following you. So how do you ensure that you're very sensitive about even the fashion you're putting out there? You can't go all out. And because the people, young girls of an impressionable age, and they will ape you. So how do you ensure that you're creating the right outlook for them in case they decide to follow your footsteps?
So when I decided I had like less followers, I was like, okay, I was also enjoying exploring. But when I attained like a certain number of followers, I felt like, okay, now a lot of girls are following me, and I have to be responsible.
Yes.
I just cannot post anything. I just cannot say anything. I have to think before I say, because these girls are young and they get influenced. Even if, we do not...
You don't intend for them to sort of...
They get influenced. Even if I'm just sharing a story, and whatever I say, I have to be picky. I have to be responsible. More than anything else, I think responsibility is one of the factors that every influencer should think of as an important aspect. So I think that is what is important. Anything that I post, I feel like I always show it to my my mother or my brother. I always, before every piece of content, I I ask them, because I'm also young. Maybe I can also make mistakes sometimes, so they help me there.
So, Rose, you're 20 and you've reached quite a standing in life. So, what next? You have a long way, a journey ahead of you. What are you planning?
I mean, currently I'm just focusing on that my community of these young girls should be more and more. I want more girls to join me because I have lots to share, lots to help them with, and so that's what I'm aiming for. And it's just I feel like these young girls inspire me on an everyday basis. I feel like when they tell me that this, oh my god, this helped us so much and we're going to try it today, I feel like yes, tomorrow I'll make something else for them that might help them. So that's just the goal is just to make my community bigger and better, and so that my voice reaches to more people, because I feel like it should be heard. And that's the goal is just to make these girls smile and improve, and we should learn together, grow together. I can learn from them, they can learn from me. That's the whole aim.
So just to sum it up, Rose, there are a lot of young girls who get influenced, who want to be stars and influencers, but their parents have their own inhibitions and fears. What message would you like to give out to all the young girls who wish to follow your footsteps and make a mark in this profession?
I always tell them, so I get this question a lot from my girls as well, that we want to do this but our parents do not approve. And I'm like, no, of course you should not fight with them. You just have to make them sit, understand, tell them the pros and cons, tell them your plan. As I said, because I had a plan, my parents were convinced. So you also have to have a plan. You also have to realize the profitability of this, because it's a career. You have to understand where you can go after you put in this amount of money, this amount of hard work, in this amount of this time, where it will take you. You have to do your calculations and come up with a plan with your parents. And if then your parents do not understand, I don't think that's a possibility, because if you can do that well, they will surely understand, because all they want is the security of your future, and they want to see you happy. So if all of this comes in with blogging, I don't think that they will put any. And it doesn't mean influencer doesn't mean that you have to go all out. You just have to do what you believe in. If you don't believe in, because a lot of concern is that we have to wear that kind of clothing, or do we have to wear some certain type of,
so you have to show off your self, and then you'll sort of get that sort of attention.
Sometimes about investment, do we have to invest this, would it require a lot of money for us to start? I always tell them, no, it is your choice. If you want to do modest fashion, do modest fashion. India is a huge country, there's audience for everything, and if you believe in something, and you should only put out that, not just for the sake of what's trending, or what is gonna take you somewhere. Do what you believe in, and people are there to follow you. And in terms of investment, start small, start with a tripod. If you don't want to invest in a tripod, you can just put your phone on a stand, on a DIY tripod, on a stack of books. That's how we all started. So you have to start small. So lastly, before I leave, I would really like to thank the Professional Times, India Media Council, Nancy and Kshitij. I had the best time. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Rose. I think that's very, empowering for the girls out there, and very gratifying for the parents who are listening. If you plan it right, there's no reason you can't pursue a career in this line. On that note, we would like to thank you, Rose, for being a part of the show. And you're truly symbolic of what young girls can do if they set their mind and heart to it. We wish you all the luck and our best wishes for a blossoming career.
Thank you so much. I had the best time. Thank you for having me.